Hello and welcome to my video on the long tail cast on method, also referred to as the continental cast on method. It's one of two most popular cast on techniques you can learn, the other being the knitting cast on, which I also have a video for. This one is my personal favourite though, because it's quite quick and efficient, it's quite stretchy, and it just gives a nice finish. It's just a great everyday cast on method. What I'm going to be using is one straight needle and some yarn. You can use any needle though. The first thing you need to do is measure out the length of your tail. I give a guide of about 12 inches of yarn for every 20 stitches you require to be cast on. This is an overestimate, but it's better to overestimate than underestimate. Once you get the hang of it, you'll be able to guess on your own about how much tail you require. First thing you need to do is tie a slip knot where you want the tail to begin. I'm using about 12 inches of tail. You don't have to be accurate with this at all. You then slip the slip knot onto your needle and tighten. Make sure that throughout this method you keep the tail end of the yarn towards you, whilst you leave the working yarn away from you. The working yarn is the yarn that is attached to the ball of yarn. The first thing you need to do is take the bottom 3 fingers of your left hand and wrap them lightly around the 2 strands of yarn. You can use your index finger on your right hand to lightly hold the slip knot onto your needle. You then take your index finger and thumb on your left hand and take them through the centre of the strands of yarn before taking them out, around and up to give you a slingshot position. Once you have that slingshot position, you'll need to take your needle tip and go under the strand of yarn in front of your thumb, and then up, then round the back of the strand of yarn in front of your index finger, and up, and then you'll need to go down through the loop of yarn around your thumb and towards the front, whilst releasing the yarn from your thumb and using your thumb to then tighten the stitch. So I'll just show you that again. You get into the initial slingshot position first, before taking your needle point underneath the strand of yarn in front of your thumb and up through the centre of that loop, then round the back of the strand of yarn in front of your index finger and up, then down through the loop around your thumb towards the front and up, whilst letting that loop free from your thumb and using your thumb to tighten. So there we are. You have your cast on stitches. Now, one of the best things about long tail cast on method is that once you get practiced, it can be very efficient and quick. And one last note is that if you want to make it even quicker and you don't want to do a slip knot at the beginning of the method, you can, at the place where you would have otherwise done the slip knot, just drape the yarn over your needle. You can just start the technique as you would normally, but without the slip knot. It's not necessary, but if you want to save a few seconds, you can absolutely do that. And thanks very much for watching.